I really genuinely wish like we all make it and we all drive fucking Ferraris, or whoever's like a dream car, we drive that shit and we go every month to someone's different house for a meal, whatever the fuck. That's my dream because I love these guys so much. You feel me? So with that being said, the first session of the day was yoga. We did a bit of yoga with I forgot the lady's name. I'm so sorry. I wish I knew her name, so you guys could also go check her out because she's amazing. I might actually try and get her to do the podcast for Lemons to Lemonade because it's a black instructor and she's female. So that's crazy to me. Also, just like it's an industry that we haven't tapped into as a people. You know, it's okay. We only see white people do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know, when I go meditate at a stadium and you know kids come, they're like, hey, what's the no put? You know what I'm saying? So it's like things that are outside of us, man. So it'd be dope to have her come through and to explain her story and hopefully just inspires people to peep game and be aware of that there is an industry like that, you know? Because sometimes we grow up in Luxembourg and we have all these ideas, but we don't have the terms and the names to name them. So then we believe that we're stupid or we're crazy. Because I know as a kid, like I was speaking to her last, I've always felt like a spiritual being, man. I felt like, and I didn't, even the word spiritual came later in my life. At the time, I was feeling like you know when you're paranoid and I tell like something's gonna happen, I would feel those things. Like I'll meet someone and feel like that, or sometimes like someone will say something and I'll feel like that. You know what I mean? And now I know that my like my spirit is very close to my flesh. You know, it's very very close to my flesh. I'm very good with energy, and not in this new era way of like I don't fuck with your energy, or I can feel your energy. Nah, I can feel your energy for real. Like I'm telling you right now, like I can be sitting here, someone walks in the room, I feel their energy. And for a while I always felt like I had a calling or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I always thought I had a calling. Cause it was deep, man. It was deep, revealing things, you know, like shaking someone and just feeling the temperature of their blood, type of thing. Like it's deep, you know, but it happens at random times, and yeah, you know, and I've grown to embrace that, and I've grown to try and understand it, but also knowing that it's not a thing to be understood, but it's a thing to live with, you know what I mean? And it goes back to again the interview I had with Tozamile, you know, yeah, speaking about that idea of, you know, we can structure things, we can unstructure things, but at the end of the day we have to live, and that's what's important. And at the end of the day, like, to have all these things in one individual, it's all about finding the balance, because when one overpowers the other, that's when chaos happens and when trouble arises, you know. But again, I don't want this to be a pep show, a pep talk. So we did that yoga session, and that was awesome, you know. Stretched, you know, there's a lola. I felt like my blood was flowing better. All the knots, you know, were loose. And soon after that, we had Uta Foster, you know, DJ Foster. He came in and he spoke about industry hacks. Yeah, like he asked me what are industry hacks, and I basically gave him a definition that was basically speaking about cheat codes. I was like, basically it's the route is this way, and I used a license analogy, and he just shut me down very quickly. I was like, it's like when you're gonna drive your license and they give you this whole book, but you only need 10% of this to pass the test. So now imagine if I write the test and I give you what you need to actually know to pass the test, and he's like, those are cheat codes, not hacks. But that was great. But yeah, you were speaking about hacks, you know. Hacks, more of like different avenues. Like we don't all have to fit in one door. We can use so many other doors to enter the industry, or so many doors to get to where we want to get to, you know. And it's all about just like knowing. And I took a lot out of that, you know. One was just his many collabs with clothing brands, you know. That understanding of like collaborating with another entity is basically like it's you guys going, I'll market you, you market me. You know what I'm saying? But the nice thing is you doing it in your field, I'm doing it in my field. And it's like a coexisting, it's two machines running together at the same time, with the idea of achieving a similar goal in different markets, you know. And to tie that back in, for me, it was confirmation with what I'm trying to do now, you know, with collaborating with Tozamile with his arts, and tourist company for my record label and the studio we planning to build. So we got a connection there, you know what I mean? He's gonna get a plus for what he's doing. I get a plus for what I'm doing. Same with Talob's collaborating on the clothing front, you know. So it's been so many collaborations that I've made on a business front and also creatively, where I'm helping guys for free, you know, at the moment, adding value wherever I can for free, whether it be helping them with their social media. Guys want to shoot like mini documentaries, I'm keen. Videos, I'm keen. I'm doing all that work, and it's really to say that it's your video, but at the end of the day, you have to say who did that video. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, again, it's like if we're being honest about it, it's like we are both actually like helping each other at this stage. You know what I mean? So there's been so much that I've been doing in that field, and that for me was a standout of that conversation. Yeah, and I've actually emailed him. I think we have a meeting soon, because I also want him to feature on Lemons and Lemonade, and I've got a business proposal for him for Yase Kasi. Yeah, so I'm sorry, unfortunately I can't reveal that right now until he okays it and stuff. I don't want people being like, yo bro, why'd you deny the homie, like, or whatever. So I have to really first get that unlocked before I can share that information. So after that session, we had lunch, and I found out that we had a hiking session at 12:30. Lunch was at 12, so I was like, damn, I wasn't prepared for that. Ran back home, came through. Then yeah, I just strapped up, you know, wore more casual clothes. Yeah, we went to Newlands Forest. Yeah, Newlands Forest. That was beautiful. We swam in the mountain dams. That was so dope. Got high. Meditated, and that was you know, in life, like for me, I think I've had like 4 out of body moments in my life that have changed the way I think and the way I see life. That was one of them, you know. And it's so crazy, because like yesterday was the 1st of October, today is the 2nd of October, and I say this all, I had this feeling as if like something was happening, like there was this new, I don't know what it was, and today Ingati, like it was like the hammer, like, yo, you are a new individual. And I embraced it, you know. I really embraced it. Walking up that forest, I was playing meditation music, and it was lovely, you know. Again, with the family, like those guys are amazing people. They made me laugh. They embraced me. Like it was just awesome, man. And I thank Bridges so much for that opportunity. The odds as well, who was the leading it, you know. So yeah, it was just awesome, man. It was just awesome, and yeah, I came back along. I did the interview Lemons to Lemonade with Taras, and damn, there were so many gems in that interview. Like, I don't want to say too much. Yeah, I can go watch it and see for yourself, but it was awesome energy. And then after that, came back home, chilled a bit, and then I remembered, there's this guy that has a home studio. I'm trying to shoot his studio as like a reference point for sponsors, because obviously, like, when you're trying to get sponsors on board or donations for a studio, people feel discouraged because they feel like it's a waste of time. Like, it's a studio, Sizochika, it's being land, or it's a studio, won't make it. So even getting these guys as part of the brand is to show people, but yo, I'm not collaborating with little kids or like guys who are drinking lean, you know, because that's the whole hip-hop idea, right? So when they see I've got a Foster, they see I've got a Diesel Blackies, you know, like I've got a Kevin Ribbons, I've got a Tozamil, I've got a Tony Kailang, I've got these things that are collaborating with me. There's no way that this thing is a fraud, or this thing is built not to last, you know what I mean? So the homie also just independently has been having his studio, I think, for almost 3 years or 4 years even. So that's powerful. That's a powerful testimony for what I want to do. And obviously he has different ideas. It's more of a personal studio, whereas mine, it's a mix between like a social enterprise and a business, you know what I mean, where it's just based on like lifting as we rise, you know what I mean. As I rise, I'd love to lift up other guys, and Snook and Song, you know, that's the whole point of kind of like what I'm trying to do. So yeah, so I went to him, but he was there, and then he was busy at the time, said I should come back later. Came back home again. Then I met him, I gotta give him a shout out to Mighty Share. That's the homie right there. Remember when I was, I don't want to say I was homeless, but when I wasn't kicked out either. When I decided to leave home, but not on good terms. I left home because shit was fucked up. So yeah, he helped me build a shack and paid him whatever, whatever. And he kept on coming to work for me and stuff. And I couldn't pay him after a while because I lost my job, and she was bad. You know, she was really really bad. So ever since then, you can imagine, I stopped my job like around May. So it's been jobless since then, like hustling. You know what I mean? Like for scraps just to survive. So I saw him today, and oh, during lunchtime, actually, on my way back to changing Unliba, two important things happened. With that Stark, which is a homie who Solawogi that was built. Sorry, I'm hearing voices. Oh, Lawogi that I built, Umchita. Basically, like I rented it out to him, and I rented out the like Ezinye furnitures that I have. I think I mentioned this before. I'm not sure, but yeah, but he came to pay me, and then yeah, he gave me 200 rand, and so on my way from the store, I made him out and I was like, yo, bro, I've only got 200 rand to my name. I'll give you $50, you know what I mean, just to hold you down, bro. And then yeah, it was cool enough. I gave him the $50, and yeah, you know, and we were chatting and stuff, and you know, cause homie's very good with his hands, and I'm planning to do a thing called 15 House Street, you know, sunsets at 15 House Street, or sunset at Peter House. Okay, clearly, you know what I'm saying. I've only written the idea down, but I haven't really pondered a lot on it. But it's something like that, I think. And yeah, it's a dope idea because my street is very dope. It's like Woodstock, basically. I want to bring that culture here. You know, having street events. You know, open street art, clothing, art there, shows, people performing. That's the whole vibe. Stalls, buying food, whatever. That's the whole vibe that I'm targeting. And I was just speaking to him because he's so dope with his hands. And we're just speaking about the decor that we want to create here. You know, like a whole nature vibe. You know, so excuse me, that's in the works. Yeah, and what else happened? And yeah, I also met. Oh, also during lunch, I met a guy. He used to be Caton City's kit manager, Simbizo Malume, or Angile. You know, so grew up also like with him. You know, under him when I used to play Ebola, and someone who's always a motivational guy. You know, and someone who cares. So he yeah, I spoke to him and we were just chatting, and Lemons to Lemonade came up, and I was telling him the idea that I'm doing, and we just kind of connected on the idea of there's so much untapped industries that kids don't know, and you know, kids things choose us instead of us choosing things because we don't know. You know, we just kind of like because we see a teacher, we know teaching is a route, and obviously we know the careers that are given prestige, you know, nurses, doctors, lawyers, and it's like, okay, then what, you know what I mean? So I was just speaking to him too, and we were mentioning the idea that that yo, like, you know, being a kid manager, like who would have thought? And even like I was telling him now, I'm like, yo, like I grew up doing fashion and stuff, and even my brand, who knows, one day we could collaborate with the team. Look at what Ilenduka Red Bull has done with Red Bull Zeipler. What's that team in Germany? But they own this, and I think there's also a team in America. But look at like how Red Bull, you know what I mean, a thing could have done that, and who knows, my brand could do that. You know, we could have a soccer team. You know, but at the end of the day, it's just knowing that there is that possibility. Not saying that everything you hear or every idea that's out there is meant for you as well, but it's just like knowing it at least means that you are equipped, because that's free. You know, knowledge is free. It's not expensive. You know, but it's just finding it is the tough part, and that's what Lemon is trying to do. And he was in agreement too. But yo, like even me getting to this job, like it was loopholes. You know, I never knew the job existed. You know, we heard Dalo Binaya in Lemons to Lemonade when he mentioned the shin guards thing. He started doing clothes through shin guards because he plays soccer, and then he started designing his own shin guards, and people were like, yo, I want one too. And he did more and more and more, and that became like a thing for him. You know, so it's like again, it's like there's people probably out there in the world who are making a lot of money just creating shin. I mean, someone has to create shin guards in the world, thinking about it, you know. But that's not an industry that we know of. We just know that they exist, but we don't think about that. There's even soccer boots, you know. We all grew up drawing soccer boots, our favorite soccer boots, our favorite equipment, you know what I mean? But we know, but there is never that understanding that there's actually somebody who does this. It didn't just pop up. So I really